Hello everybody, welcome back to F1 Manager 2023. I am loving this game. I thought what we're going to do is actually accelerate through the season a little bit, so we're going to come back, and I think next season we're going to do this as well. We're going to come back for, not every Grand Prix, I think we're going to come back for like, I'm not sure, we'll figure it out, but we'll come back for something. So we've gone all the way through to Singapore at the moment, so we did Hungary, where it wasn't too bad. If we look at the previous race results, we've got 8th and 10th, so points again, which is very, very good for us, which is good. And then we went from, hang on, where have we gone? There we are. Went from Hungary to Belgium, where, again, a good result. K-Mag got 4th, Nico got 9th, so points all round again. From Belgium we went to the Netherlands, where we got points again, K-Mag in 7th and Nico in 10th, so we're consistently picking up points. And then in Monza, well, Kevin Magnussen got 7th and Nico got 13th, but it was points for Kevin Magnussen, so a pretty good stint where we've been. And now we come to my home Grand Prix of Singapore, which I'm very excited about. Qualifying will be in the rain. Last year in Singapore it rained heavily and I got very, very wet with my brother who had come over to watch it, and we were watching the Black Eyed Peas actually in the rain. It was really good fun. It was really, really good fun. But yeah, we're in a good position. Comments down below were basically keep these two for another year, let them see out their contracts, and then bring in a young reserve driver. So that's what we're looking at the moment. Give them a bit of time in free practice one in coming up, and we're going to look at some of our staff as well, so we might be replacing some of them, because Aaron Melvin isn't the best as a head of aerodynamics. He does need a bit of improvement, I would suggest. So you can see if we go to overall rating, there are a few people in front which who aren't interested, but I think that's because we're on a race weekend. Yes, occupied with the current race weekend. So there are a few people here that are on the current race weekend. So ideally we want to get someone better. So we're looking at Ian Grieg, maybe. Peter Perdomo, Dirk de Beer would be a good one. I think we could probably get from Alpine. Yeah, not sure. And of course, Balbo would be the best, but I don't think he's interested to move to us from Red Bull. So we'll have to wait and see. But yes, that's pretty much where we stand. We are 5th in the Constructors, 56 points behind Mercedes, and 40 points exactly above Alpine. That took me too long to figure out. But yeah, we're doing all right, actually, to be honest. We've spent a load of money. We've got some more research stuff going on as well, as you can see here. So 3 bits of research, the underfloor, front wing and rear wing. We're manufacturing a new chassis and rear wing as well, just to make sure we've got enough parts in spare. And yeah, we're doing all right. So let's set our performance targets. Let's say, I'm not too confident actually. We'll go 1 driver in Q3, 2 drivers in Q2. And the automatic one is 1 in the top 12. So we should be able to get all of them. Finish position is fine. Finish position and qualifying position streak is all good. Right, we'll go and do practice. We'll be back for qualifying and race day. Okay, practice done. And we've got both drivers in a pretty good position. We are slowly running out of car parts though, as Will's going to try and tell us about Singapore, but we're not going to let him really. I've sat there. I've sat right there on the start fit straight last year. Amazing. So yeah, heavy rain is apparently here for qualifying, so I have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, we are running our parts ragged on our car for our practice sessions. I think we're going to just about get to the end of the season with what we've got, but it's going to be touch and go because there is still quite a few races left. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. As yeah, ERS needs a new one, 63%. Get on there, and then the gearbox we'll put on the 71%er on there as well. Quite a few cars have got penalties for new components and stuff like that. It says we're on intermediate, so we'll go 2 flying laps while it's intermediates. Don't need to worry about doing the warm-up and things like that. I think this is still the best way to go. So let's get into qualifying. Okay, so here we are. It's interesting because it's going to get relatively dry at the end. It's actually dry now. It's changed to dry. Is everyone going out on inters? Yeah, they are. We're just going to try something here. We're just going to use up a pair of softs for both drivers and get them out now. I know it's still like only just dry. It's going back up, isn't it? It depends. If it stays at that level, that is technically a dry tyre. We're going to risk it. We're going to risk it. You can easily do 2 runs in Q2. The track is now damp, so ignore. It's just gone up to 1. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might come down again. If not, we know we're going to have a little bit of a potential dry spell at the end. Yeah, Magnussen is not going to be setting a good time here. So I think after this, yeah, you can see it was an error. It was an error, but we thought we'd try it. We'll just see what's happening. So we'll bring both drivers in because they're going to be right at the bottom. The rain really now comes down hard. Everyone brings their drivers in, and right, we then plan this. So I think that line is lower than that line. We're going to have to make a decision and then go out very, very quickly. So we're going to let this fast forward and we're going to see what the rain does. Okay, we're cutting this very, very fine. There's just over 4 minutes to go. We haven't gone back out and this line is just starting to come back down. It's just whether this is going to get into less than a millimetre. I'm not sure it is. Oh, some people are going out on softs. Maybe it is. I mean, it's really taking a risk because we haven't set a banker lap, so we're gonna risk it. We're on softs. We're on softs, so we're sending them both out on softs. It's dry. It is dry. We may have just pulled off a bit of a blinder here. Let's see. Starting our fast laps. We've got a bit of traffic on that one. We've set up for 2 fast laps, so we get through. We are going to be going through. Come on. Yes. What a call. Lovely stuff. We get through 3rd and 4th, so a little bit of drama in there. It's saying intermediates again. We will go straight into qualifying 2. Obviously, we can't really read much into what we just saw there because that's going to be inters all the way around. So technically, the fastest part of the track will be here. So what's that? That's in 5 minutes' time. DRS is enabled. Why? It's damp. Bloody hell! Don't be doing that.
Okay, green light.
So, in 5 minutes' time, it should be its fastest conditions, which is going to be around about now, I think, if we go out. So, maybe another minute. Expecting this to go down. I think we go out now. On the inters, yeah, see, look, it's just coming down. It shouldn't go below a millimetre. It's not, but there's going to be less water on the track, and Magnussen has set his speedy lap at a wonderful time and goes second. Come on, we're timing this really well. This race in Singapore. It's like I live here and know what the weather's going to do. As Hulkenberg goes second. Lovely. Bring it home. That'll do us. I don't think we need to go and set another lap because we basically had clear tracks for that. There was no traffic. The rain is now coming down. No one's going to go faster than what they shouldn't go faster than what they already have done if they've already set a time. So I'm confident we're through to Q3. And there you have it, through to Q3, 4th and 6th. Lovely stuff. Let's have a bit more wet weather. Ooh, okay, we're going to have to... I wish you could see the condition of the track and what weather's coming on that screen, because it's a little bit irritating when you have to come in here and do it from here. So track details, yeah, okay, we've got more wet weather coming. It's a question of can you fit in 2 laps before that comes? We will give it a go. Soft tyres, run plan, 2 laps, send out. Soft tyre, run plan, 2 laps. Even if there's that bug where it accidentally only runs us for 1 lap, I'm actually not going to be too annoyed for that one. We're going to send them both out quickly at the same time, and hopefully...
Is it improving at all? It looks like
it's changed to dry. Here we go, because we're going to have a free track in front of us now with 0 traffic whatsoever. Hulkenberg may even get a bit of a tow off Magnussen. If we can get both laps in, that is wonderful as well. So yeah, we're currently P1 because that's just where we are. And here comes the rain, and we got our laps in early doors. It did do the bug where we only do 1 lap. So 6th and 7th at the moment. and the rain ain't going to stop. So let's just see this through to the end of qualifying. And there we go. I think really good qualifying all round, actually. 6th and 7th is where we are on the grid. George Russell's going to have a grid penalty. Potentially Max Verstappen could have a 5-place grid penalty. So we may get a bit of a jump there for both drivers. We'll have to wait and see. But very excited for this. Starting high up as well. We've got an option here. The chances of a safety car are quite large. So we're going to take a couple of laps out of the car of fuel, because there generally is a safety car around Singapore most times, or at least the VSC. We know we're going to push off the line as well, because we sort of have to. Oh yeah, what did we get position wise? 4th and 5th we're starting. Not bad. Right, now the 1-stop can work. It can work, but you're better off doing a 2-stop because of safety cars, and you want to be on fast tyres to start. So if we go like this, maybe we put a medium stint in there with a little bit of a push and get on those hards at the end. That's 6 seconds quicker. Soft, medium, soft with no push is 6 seconds slower, and I don't think you can push all of these because the tyre deg is too much around Singapore. So I do think that probably is our best bet. Part of me is tempted to go hard medium and just stay out there and try and get a track position if anything happens. I feel like the hards are going to be so much slower. Like if we went hard medium, you can't push. Your pit windows are very, very small. You stay out, try and get track position, and then hope that you get it after. It's like an overlap. There is no rain forecast at all. I think we risk it. I think we try something different with Nico. He's sort of our guinea pig this season for trying different strategies. So I think that's what we go for. Both drivers are pushing off the start. Let's see what happens. Here we go then. My home Grand Prix at Marina Bay, the Singapore Grand Prix. We are underway. It's the Ferrari front row. And, that's a terrible start for whoever's in that Ferrari there, which I think was Charles Leclerc. Stroll looks like he's going to get up into second. Stroll having a blinder in this save, by the way. And we are currently still 4th and 5th with, the soft tyres of Kevin Magnussen aiming to be good. Leclerc and Stroll both on hard tyres as well. So Magnussen's got a good chance of jumping a few positions at the beginning of this Grand Prix. As you can see him sort of getting the slipstream around. He's looking for a place. I don't normally do it on the first few laps, but I want to give them both ERS battle assist on so they can use it. As there goes K-Mag. Go on, son. Yeah, I know you're a lot faster. Get round them. Get round them, K-Mag. That's all you need to do. So he's trying to push.
Yes.
He needs to, really. What have they put signs on? They put signs on the soft, so he's going to be at a similar position to K-Mag. So if K-Mag can get round and keep pace with signs, that would be absolutely ideal. But at the moment, as is classic Singapore, it's proving quite difficult to overtake as K-Mag is just coming down. Let's get on board with him for a minute. In fact, let's get really on board with him like this and see how much his head moves going through these tight corners of the Singapore Marina Bay Street Circuit, the home of night racing. As you can see, he's trying to have a little look, but Lance Stroll is just bonking that Aston Martin right in the middle of the racetrack, which is a little bit irritating, Lance. If you can just kindly budge out of the way, that would be lovely. As they come around the final corner, and this is a good chance to overtake here. If he can get the slipstream and pull out and get it done, I don't think he's going to. No, he seems happy to sit behind at the moment. We need you to make that move, K-Mag. We really do. Okay, K-Mag is trying to make the best of those soft tyres, and I think we've come back just as he's going to get the move done. No, he's not. He's not going to get the move done. He's still going to be sitting behind Lance Stroll. I'm wondering if we just ask him to be a little bit more aggressive. Let's go for it. Let's see if he can get past Lance Stroll, because if he does, I think he can get Leclerc as well, because Leclerc is on the hard tyres. So K-Mag really does need to make this move as soon as he can. Nico Hülkenberg's been overtaken by Tsunoda. Not really a surprise, given that he's on the hard tyres and he's playing the longer game, but we'll see how this goes. So we're asking K-Mag to try and be a bit more aggressive on the overtakes. So it'll be interesting to see how or if he actually does that. But you can see he is slipstreaming Lance Stroll quite a lot, and he's getting pulled along by his DRS as well. So all of this will save a bit of his fuel. It will hurt his tyres because the dirty air does hurt the tyres, and we don't have very good dirty air tolerance. But Hulkenberg now is keeping on the back of Tsunoda, which is great for his fuel and tyres as well. So hopefully, oh wow, again, his tyres won't be doing the best, but he needs to extend those as long as he possibly can. What's Tsunoda on the softs as well? Tsunoda pushing those softs harder than what Magnussen is, so that's interesting. We've got a couple of medium runners and then softs and mediums all at the back as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. Magnussen still can't get this move done on Lance Stroll though. And they're going at it again. K-Mag into the last little chicane. He's going to come around into the final corner. He just can't make it stick at the moment. He cannot make it stick. How are his tyres doing? They are sort of on line with what they need to be. As K-Mag with DRS into the first corner. I'll be sitting there this year, which I'm very excited about. He should have the inside now for the next corner, and that should nudge him in front of Lance Stroll. And it does. And now I'm tempted to say deploy and get away if you can, because we need to leave Lance Stroll behind on those hard tyres. As Lance Stroll has DRS, but it shouldn't allow him to catch K-Mag. And K-Mag now, if he can make a stretch and try and get Leclerc, he could be in a very, very good position here. But yeah, he's got a lot of work to do because of the extra pit stops that he's going to have to put in. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Nico's actually got decent pace on those hard tyres, so he's keeping up with Tsunoda when those two sort of swap positions. I am tempted to change this strategy and put the hard stint in the middle, which I think actually we're going to do. On the fly, we're just going to change that to the hard stint there, and then we'll end on the mediums like that. We're just going to, we're going to change it up. We're going to go short, longer, and then get onto the mediums at the end, which I think is probably the right thing to do, seeing how Nico is getting the best out of those hards so far. We got a crash. It's a yellow flag. It's Alonso. That's a big hitter to be crashing in a pack as well of people. And oh yeah, straight into the barrier on the side. He keeps it going though, so there won't be a safety car or anything for that. But yeah, that's definitely going to hurt Alonso. He's definitely going to have a bit of damage all the way down here in 17th, with Perez in 16th as well. Lots of work for those guys after, I assume, taking new engine components. So Kevin Magnussen has caught Leclerc and is now fighting him for second place. Verstappen has overtaken Hulkenberg. Max Verstappen on an absolute charge at the moment, but that should see K-Mag through into second place. Although, yeah, he will be stopping soon, and Leclerc definitely will not on those hard tyres, but K-Mag doing a good job into second place. So K-Mag's tyres just giving off. He's trying to get the overtake done on Charles Leclerc as well, but he is pitting this lap. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. It's quite a long pit stop in Singapore. If we can be out around Tsunoda, Albon or Perez, that would be pretty good. It's a short pit lane, but this corner in is so slow that it really does eat up some time, as I think that was George Russell and Hulkenberg just going past us. As yeah, K-Mag coming down a long pit straight. He's the early pitter. He's the first one. Signs won't be far off. All the soft tyre runners won't be far off. We are sort of going for a bit of an underlap here. That's a terrible stop though. 4 seconds. Come on, team. That's rubbish.
Sorry for that.
We probably would have been out in front of Perez if we had got that right. Unbelievable. Okay, we have a virtual safety car. In fact, we have a full safety car. Stroll comes into pit. K-Mag is obviously already pitted. Now we could pit Nico. I sort of feel like the reason we put him on this is because of his strategy, but it's a bit further into his strategy than we would have thought for the safety car. Now it could help K-Mag because obviously he's only just pitted, but like, do we go on to the mediums? Has he got another set of hards? No. Has he got 2 sets of mediums? No. So do we now change strategy for Nico Hulkenberg, who's currently riding in 4th, and get him on to the mediums and then end on the softs? Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for that. It does make sense under safety car to do that. So pit options onto the medium tyre. Let's see what Nico can do, although has he just gone past? I think he's just gone past the pit, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. So maybe not then. Maybe we keep him on track position. Magnussen has just pitted, so he's definitely going to stay out. That's fine. And it does all this stuff automatically now, by the way, saving tyres and fuel and stuff. So yeah, everyone's pitting onto fresh, but they can't get to the end. The hard tyres definitely can't get to the end if you put them on here. So maybe we don't. Maybe we stay with track position then. And go back to what we said. Keep Nico out there. He's going to get a bit of tyre life back from this safety car. I think that is what we do. Pit options, cancel pit stop. Keep him out. A bit of a Ferrari moment there where we're trying to decide what to do. But yeah, both drivers are going to have decent track position as Piastri and Norris are both out. And so McLaren's obviously hit each other. Everyone has basically pitted. But I don't mind where we stand right now. 4th and 6th is good. And track position is key in Singapore, so I think we're going to be in a good position. I'm just intrigued to know. Hards. I assume everyone's going to come out on hards. It's too early to get hards to the end. I swear it is. If you went new strategy now, so the medium's normal pushing, get you to there. These hards have just been a normal push. And they can get you to, what's that? That's 37 laps. We're not even on lap 20. You've got to do 63. They're not going to last. They're not going to last. We'll stick to our strategies. Thank you very much. I think we're doing all right. Yeah, so interestingly, Sainz, Leclerc and Verstappen all pitted, which makes sense. But that has given Hulkenberg the lead of the Grand Prix, believe it or not. So, and everyone's going to pit again. It's just how well Hulkenberg can do and keep track position on these used hard tyres. And he's only going to do a one-stop now. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in this Grand Prix? Crazy. Okay, safety car is ending soon. It's going to be up to Nico Hulkenberg to take them away. So we'll just get him onto aggressive K-Mag. And Nico, I mean, we're going to have to leave him on standard, which is a little bit annoying. But he's in a very good position. And in theory, even if he gets overtaken, which he obviously will, but when he gets overtaken, we should be able to hang on the back for DRS for a little bit. But let's see how this goes. But Haas is leading the Singapore Grand Prix as the safety car is going to be ending pretty soon. It's got a few more corners to do, but you can see Nico just slowing everyone down. Our tyres are in temperature range for good performance as well. So let's see what happens here. It's 59% tyres against 96. I'm expecting Sainz to just get us straight away, but the safety car will be coming in. I mean, Nico's doing a good job of just slowing everyone down. And then he'll accelerate into this final corner. He should start going any minute. Should start going now, really, because you need to get pace into that corner. But Nico is away. He's gone. Let's see how long it takes Carlos Sainz to overtake him. I'm expecting not very long at all. Everybody pulls to the side on their fresh tyres, trying to get track position and break the toe. Nico keeps it at the moment, but I don't think it's going to be very long until they pass Nico. But I'm not that fussed, to be honest, because at the moment we have a Haas leading the Singapore Grand Prix. So as expected, Nico is falling backwards down the order because of his tyres, but he's actually not doing too badly. Yeah, he was first and now he's 7th, but you've got to remember he's only pitting once. He's still going to pit once, and I think we're right. And we are, every time we get overtaken, we are just hanging on the back for DRS, so we are getting a little bit of extra pace. I don't think we'll drop out of the points. I think we've got enough beyond Hamilton and Tsunoda, and we're not too far off pitting. Maybe another, what's that, 9 laps or so. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, as Perez just having a little battle with him as well. You've got all of these people on fresh tyres. It's going to be hurting his confidence loads, but I think you just you sort of deal with that and know that when he pits, he should get a bit of a leap, because he'll be doing an undercut on everyone because they'll have to pit again. K-Mag, by the way, doing really well on the back of Charles Leclerc right there, as you can see. Okay, so Nico's very close to coming into the pits from 15th position, so everybody's new tyres have, yeah, really done them well. Probably should have pitted Nico. But he's I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think we probably should have pitted him onto the mediums, but as I said, he's going to get a fresh set of tyres and everybody else will have to pit again. They're already down to 60%, so he should jump up a lot of places. He's going to be last, right? He's going to be last, but if they all pit at similar times and he's going to be on these fresh tyres, it's a decent stop as well for him, which is good. So yeah, let's see how it rolls. Okay, Magnussen coming in for his final pit stop unless there's a safety car or anything. Again, he's sort of going for a bit of an undercut on everyone. Come into the box hoping for a better stop than what he had last time. Obviously 4 seconds, adding on around 2 seconds to his time. So, I mean, we should be pretty much ahead of Leclerc. But everyone's tyre wear 50%. They might make it till the end, but they'll be struggling. They will be struggling. The medium runners will definitely have to pit. So we're hoping that that's where Magnussen will be able to pounce. But Hulkenberg, he's already caught up to Vries, he's caught up to Zhou. He's going to be climbing through the order. They've all got a pit. There's time penalties galore because it's Singapore. It's another really slow stop for Magnussen. He's been so unlucky. So a lot of people pitted the lap after Magnussen, so he's back up into 9th. You can see Russell and Gasly pitted onto the softs. Even that's going to be a bit of a push for them. Sainz on the softs as well. Verstappen now comes into pit. It'll be interesting to see if Ocon, Hamilton, Alonso and Perez pit. We are... Leclerc's 17 seconds off the leader. We're 45, so yeah, it's going to be a push to catch Leclerc, who we were racing at one point. But Magnussen setting personal best sectors, which is what we want to see, as Leclerc now does come into the pits, actually. So, where is Magnussen in relation to that? Let's have a quick look on. So Leclerc is pitting now. He's going to come out well in front of K-Mag. Ocon is just going to get him. It's going to be close. Oh, K-Mag wasn't too far off him. Leclerc onto the softs though, so you imagine he'll have pace to get away. Nico climbing the order. He's up to 15th. And he's hot on the tail of Zhou and Sargent, who have to pit. Tsunoda will have to pit. Perez now pits. What was he? Perez was on the softs. Or has he just gone? No, he's just gone on to the softs. So, yeah, everybody sort of showing their hand for their last set of tyres now. There's Alonso and Hamilton out in first on hard tyres. Yeah, are they going to make it? Zhou is in. He's on hard tyres. So if he pitted under safety car, he could be the first of the runners, under the ones that pitted under safety car, coming in. And that they all go onto softs, which is the fastest tyre. But, again, track position could be crucial. There you go, Hamilton's in, the hard tyre runners are pitting and Magnussen back up to 7th. Nico does have a bit of work to do to sort of get back into this, but I think we should have pitted him under safety car. But K-Mag is up there. If Alonso pits, we may get Alonso if he comes into the pit lane. The difference is 19 seconds, so we should do. We should do if Alonso pits, but it's going to be pretty close. But only 12 laps to go. And Alonso has now pitted. There he is, just crawling down into the pit lane. Now I think we should be able to catch him here. In fact, let's get our battery done and see if we can extend away from him a little bit while he's in the pits. Leclerc well ahead of us. He's got a huge gap. He's opened it up nicely. But yeah, it's unfortunate for Hulkenberg. It's going to be just outside the points, I think. But K-Mag has had a good race. At one point we were first, so you know we can take that to the bank. So K-Mag finds himself in a monstrous battle with 3 laps to go against Fernando Alonso and George Russell, who are on fresher tyres than him. But K-Mag is definitely trying to park that car as best he can in the middle of the road. Always defend, son. Always defend. 3 laps to go. So leader Max Verstappen, who's 12 seconds out in front of start his last lap. Magnussen has been passed by Alonso, but is trying to hold up George Russell and Lewis Hamilton now. Which is, yeah, interesting as we start our final lap with K-Mag. Oh, it's going to be tense. I don't think we can hold them off, to be honest, for a lap. But 7th, he could finish 9th, he could finish 7th. Who the bloody hell knows? We started the last lap of the race. Hulkenberg in 13th has caught Tsunoda up, but he's not going to have enough time to do anything, especially with his tyres being on the knackered side. We'll get him to deploy his battery anyway. And you, K-Mag, get your battery deployed. See what you can do. You've probably got enough fuel in there to get round as well, with a bit of a push. And you've got enough tyres to attack. So let's really use all the pace of the car we can. As we'll watch this final battle for 7th place. It's probably what would be on the TV because everyone else is so spread out other than this. Leclerc battling Stroll for 4th. But yeah, K-Mag from the helicopter cam. He's not got too many more corners through. He's about halfway through the lap as Nico is just going to be starting his final lap now, down in 13th. Yeah, he is catching Tsunoda, actually. Yeah, he won't have enough to get it done, but K-Mag over the bridge, coming around into the final DRS zone. This is where he needs to make the car as wide as possible, but with the Mercedes also chasing each other, I think there'll be a bit of George Russell trying to defend, and K-Mag's done a really good job there. Right, he's got to come through into the little left-hander, then into a tight right-hander. As you can see, they're just lining up as if they're going to pounce into the tight right, tight left, and then past the grandstand with the Marina Bay skyline off to your left as you come around this corner, which is the final corner. Can K-Mag hold on here? He's going to try. I think he's going to do it for 7th. He does. Come on. Lovely stuff, K-Mag. And Nico's going to bring home 13th. But more points. I think it's points every race this season, which is superb. So Max Verstappen climbs 10 places. Sergio Perez up 15 to get first and second for Red Bull. Alonso up 12. K-Mag drops 3. I do think if you put it under the safety car, it would have been better, especially for Nico, who drops down 8 places with the 1 stop as well. Bless him, he tried. But yeah, not too bad. Alpine do get 1 point with Pierre Gasly, so we do get a 5-point swing over them still, which is very, very helpful. K-Mag remains in 7th with 93 points ahead of George Russell. And Nico Hulkenberg still in 13th, not scoring points today. But in the Constructors, yeah, 108 points. We matched Mercedes' point haul of 6 as well. And as I said, a 5-point increase over Alpine, which is lovely. In terms of the pit stops, we are still not getting there, are we? We get a few points on the board for that one. But yeah, poor old Magnussen. He's lost like, what, 2 seconds on pit stops? 2 extra seconds, so 4 seconds in total. I was wondering to see if we could see where that would have put him, but yeah, we can't see. So anyway, it is the end of the race weekend. More points on the board is always good. So up next is Japan, but as I said, we're going to fly through a few of these. So we've got Japan, then Qatar, United States, Mexico, Sao Paulo. So I think we could just go to the end, to be honest. I mean, Vegas could be fun because I've never actually seen it driven before other than in the F1 game. But I don't really want to come back for the last 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did we do here? We were at Hungary. 1, 2, 3. We came back for the 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4 brings us back from Mexico. Another 3. I think we'll just get to the end of the season for the Yas Island Grand Prix at Abu Dhabi. And we'll see how we're doing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We've got a regulation vote here. Financial changes. We voted against it. There is no effect, so it was how we wanted it to go, which is lovely. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Go and check out all the other series on the channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll be back pretty soon. Cheers.